I'm with Wendy. Like, what's your tea? What are you trying to do here?
But why was Wendy going so hard at her? It was
Because
giving very much Giselle energy when a new girl enters the group.
hey everyone, welcome back. I'm here with Cody again. We're reviewing The Real Housewives of Potomac season 6 episode 2. Now, I want to just jump right into the episode, beginning where we left off last episode, where they're still at Wendy's party. And side note, Wendy does reveal that she got her butt done. Obviously. we love an honest queen. She took a minute, but she got there. But Karen is telling everyone where the root of the matter started with Giselle, basically.
For me, it was when Ray said to you, you're a good-looking woman, but you need to settle down because your looks will fade. Your response was,
he will be buried 6 feet under before this fades.
you basically wishing death on my husband.
Oh my God, Karen, shut the hell up.
You said it, and that for me was the beginning of the end.
Okay.
I think it's as serious as they're making it out to be.
As Karen's making it out to be, no, not at all.
You don't think it's that
She didn't
serious?
wish death upon Ray. She said that he'll die before she loses her good looks. She didn't say, I want Ray to die soon. It doesn't make any sense. I think Karen's really stretching, but then at the same time, if you're going to remember a little detail about that for years and years, maybe it did mean a lot to you. I don't know.
I think it meant something because I don't think she just went into her arsenal right on that spot like, ooh, what can I find? What can I find? Ooh, she did this. This is something that Giselle said, and it's bothered Karen for a long time.
But it shouldn't have bothered her for a long time.
You can't tell her how to feel. You can't.
I guess.
You know what? It's this thing with people within the Housewives franchise. I've noticed it's a big thing when you mention a husband or a child or whatever. Karen is with an older man, and mortality is probably something that comes up in conversation with them at some point, or even if they don't talk about it, it's at the forefront of their minds. Because they're both getting up there in age and Ray's older, obviously. So having one of your friends be like, you're going to be dead before I look ugly or get older, I could see it rubbing her the wrong way. So we finally get to see Mia's family, and I love that because I think she's dope. And we see that G is retired and kind of home with the kids mostly, while Gia is running the empire for the family. What do you think of their dynamic?
I thought that was really cool. I like that he's older, so he's kind of retired. He's kind of built the business himself, so he's stepped aside. He's raising the kids. She's younger. She's like, I will, carry the business into the future and run it. I thought that was really cool to like pass it off to your partner.
I love that as well. I feel like some men, no matter how old they get, they want to hold on to power. They don't want to relinquish that. And my mind goes straight to Erica and Tom. And it just went because we were watching the Beverly Hills. But yes, I love that he's very confident in himself and he's very secure in himself to be like, I'll stay home with the kids. I've been there. I've worked. Me not working right now doesn't mean I'm not a provider.
Okay, so then we see Wendy at home with her family, and her mom comes over, and her mom randomly reveals, well, not randomly because Wendy just got a boob job, but her mom's like, I want to get a boob job too. My boobs are as flat as pancakes in front of all her kids. And you guys are going to pay for them. And if you don't pay for them, I'm going to sue you. And then Wendy also reveals now she wants to launch her own home line, starting with this candle. Is she confused about what she wants to do, or is she just branching out?
I feel like Wendy is a woman she's like in her 30s.
I think so.
I feel like that. She's a child of an immigrant family, and they have very high expectations of you. And so she probably felt like I had to just do whatever my family wanted me to do, be grateful for them bringing me here and giving me these opportunities. And she did it all. And now she feels like, but this is not really what I wanted to do as a child. I feel like right now I'm at a place where I'm comfortable enough financially where I can go and branch out and do other things and explore my childhood dreams. And I'm here for it. I'm totally here for it.
What did you think? What did you think about the mom asking about the boob job? saying she wants a boob job and she wants her kids to pay for it?
First of all, she was like, my boobs are flat like flapjacks or something. I was like, okay. Visuals. Did not need it. Secondly, I mean, if your kids got money, pay for your mom's boob job. Why not? Let her live. Let your mom live. Pay for it. Yes, I agree. We see that Chris's new career is managing Candace's new career as an actress. Oh, yes, I'm shaking my head inside too. Knowing their personalities, do you think this is a good idea?
No, I don't think it's a good idea at all. I think she's probably really, what's the word? I don't know. We know she's kind of like a princess. So I think if she has her man managing her, she's going to like walk all over him. You know, and it's going to be very difficult for him because she's going to want to walk all over him. But whereas she probably wouldn't with a real manager.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a real man.
No. With a real manager.
Yeah, he doesn't have the experience with managing an entertainer. But
Zero experience.
I feel like that's something you can learn. So I'm not like saying he shouldn't. And watching it, it seems like he does know how to manage her personality. She's a princess, but he seems like he grounds her. Like he will be the guy to be like, you need to like calm down, get off your pedestal, do this so we can get this done. And I just think that because both of them are so, it's not going to be good.
I was going to say, I feel like it's going to lead to fights. And I think we've seen in the trailer that they're going to get into it this season. That situation is, I mean, anytime you mix like work with a relationship, it's usually friction for most personality types. So for them, oh God.
Tell me about it. I can't wait to see how this turns out.
Okay, so all last week since last episode, everybody's been talking about Sing Sing. Karen said that Giselle had to go visit Sing Sing or something like that, which we all know is a very famous prison. So everyone's like, why did Karen say that?
Broken whore from Hampton University. And that's why we went to Sing Sing.
Karen goes and visits Ashley, and Ashley's like, okay, so spill the tea. What was that Sing Sing comment? Everyone's wondering what you're talking about. What are we missing out on? And Karen's like, I actually had to Google that after I said it.
I had to look up Sing Sing, and now I know it's a jail in New York. The Sing Sing thing was a stretch. I just thought it went well with Hot Box. Oh, didn't it sound good?
Yeah, it was
It was like, okay, we were so dark. I said, let me throw Sing Sing in there. Because I have a sense of humor.
As if Giselle's going to have a sense of humor when she finds out that Karen didn't know what Sing Sing meant. Do you think Karen just like makes up things while she's in an argument, just like throwing things at the wall, seeing whatever sticks?
I think everyone does that in real life and on the Housewives. It's a very popular tactic when engaging in, conflict. Giselle was throwing stuff out there, I don't know any of it to be true. And Karen was just trying to defend herself, and she just threw Sing Sing in there. I thought it was funny. I like the fact that she came out and said right away, listen, the hot box thing, yeah. But I was just like giving you guys a moment. And everyone on the cast know that when you're in a fight in the cast, you're supposed to try and give a moment for TV. That's your job. So I think Karen was doing what she thought she needed to do for her job, which is put a little extra sauce on the argument, and she just threw that out there, and it's like, oh, that didn't work. So Karen invites all the girls to a couples party at her house to celebrate love. Robin and Giselle decline the invitation. Giselle throws it in the trash. Robin and Juan says, hell no, we ain't going there. But Candiace showed up with Chris. I love to see it. What did you think?
I wasn't surprised because like they're still castmates on it. It's not like either of them left the show, so they're going to reunite eventually. And I feel like it's better to maybe have the first reunion in a public place where you're actually not going to talk about what happened. So then you just kind of get comfortable in the same room, and then the next time you see each other, maybe have a conversation about what happened, which is what they said.
It's not the place to do it.
No, I don't
But
want
what
to.
I want to do is this. Maybe next week, coffee or tea, something light.
Yeah.
And have a discussion.
I would love for you to see the new house.
Kind of an olive branch in a way. And she's like, I'm too tired to go back and forth. Like, and I think that's the best decision for her. Karen stands by what she did last season, so there's no change in your mind. So if you want a relationship with her, you're just gonna move forward, and maybe you won't be as good of friends as you were before, but you'll be fine.
Are any of them, though?
What do you think?
I thought it was the best decision for Candiace to make for the show, because continuing this rivalry or this narrative of I'm hurt by Karen and she stabbed me in the back a million times kind of felt old to me, because Karen didn't drag you. Yeah, she did pick a side, but now she's trying to make it right. It's either going to accept it or never accept it, and to move forward and to not have the awkwardness and you pretending to be sick or actually being sick, I don't know. But you and her not being able to coexist in the same environment, you have to accept the olive branch and move on.
Okay, so the big fight last episode at Wendy's party, Candace actually wasn't there for. So when she shows up at Karen's, she wants all the tea on what happened. And then as the girls get into the conversation, it ends up coming out that Mia was kind of Team Giselle when they were at the event, and now when it's being retold, she's kind of more Team Karen. Do you think that like Wendy's like sniffing out a rat here, like ahead of time before the other girls see it?
I live for Wendy. I'm living for her. And I liked Mia last episode. I still like her this episode. But I love what Wendy's doing, because what Mia did last episode did rub me the wrong way. Girl, you drove in my car. I brought you all the way, hours out of the way to this event. We have to sit in a car for 2+ hours. We must be kind of close. And you're going to pick up for somebody else that has beef with me? Fine.
But Karen was fine with it.
All right. But I'm like, fine. I just said fine. Like, fine, you want to do that work. But the way she did it, I didn't appreciate. She inserted herself into a very already established group dynamic and a long-standing feud. Literally, like, I just want to say something. I don't know you. And you're, like, trashing my friend. But I feel like you have great energy. Bitch, what?
Anytime you wish death on someone's husband, I have to reevaluate whether or not Giselle has a good character.
You don't think Giselle has a good character
I didn't have that dialogue before I said that.
So now you don't think her character is good?
It's questionable.
But you also asked for her number after that.
Should I give you my phone numbers?
Yes.
Well, what I was trying to do was enlighten the air, which is probably something you should have done because it was your home.
I'm with Wendy. Like, what's your tea? What are you trying to do here?
But why was Wendy going so hard at her? It was giving very much Giselle energy when a new girl enters the group.
I felt like Wendy could have sensed something about Mia that we don't know because we weren't in the room with her. And I don't know, they seem like there's a little bit of, there's some tension. Yeah, there's something there.
We're not coming for you.
I wasn't coming for you.
Don't do that.
So don't do that.
Don't put your hand in my face.
Oh, it's in your face. What are you going to do about it?
Oh.
We don't like hands in the face in this group.
I don't want to say it's jealousy. I don't know what it is, but it's like when you see somebody else that you see a lot of yourself in, maybe, you tend to not like them. That's a thing.
That feels like jealousy.
I wouldn't say jealousy, because jealousy is like if someone has something you want. But I feel like sometimes when people meet a new person and they see a lot of the qualities within that new person that they have in themselves, and that's probably a quality they don't love about themselves, they don't really realize that that's why they dislike this new person.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Come on, Dr. Wendy, psychoanalyze yourself and get it together, but still read her, because I lived.
She's not a therapist.
What is she a doctor of? Because I haven't been watching for...
Doctor of political science or something like that.
Okay, girl.
Okay, so when they're at Karen's house, they play a couples game, And it was really cute. One of the questions asked where the couples met. What did you think of their answers? One in particular.
Where they met, Miss Mia. G said, Mia and I met at the strip club. So everyone was like, huh, what were y'all doing there?
Was somebody stripping?
That's what I'm saying. You a bartender.
Okay.
Now that raised a whole lot of questions for the ladies and some of the gents. Probably not the gents. But Mia done told everybody that she had some work done on her bean prior. And even in this episode, she's like, I didn't give birth vaginally. So why do you need to work on your bean? Maybe you were more than a bartender, and maybe it was because you were sliding down poles. That's why the bean really needed to be reconstructed. I don't know what to think at this point. I really don't.
I mean, when you say you met at a strip club and it's like, oh, I was a bartender, obviously people are going to be like,
yeah,
okay, girl, sure. How many bartenders really work at the strip club? Like 1, 2? I don't know. And the look on Wendy's face when the whole thing went down.
Oh my God. Wendy does not like her for...
Wendy's like...
She doesn't like her. I didn't live for it. I can't wait for it to just come to a climax where they really hash out why it is they don't get along. Because Gia thinks Wendy's jealous of her and insecure in her own relationship. And I don't know what Wendy thinks about her. Wendy's just really kind of snapping at her. So I don't know what Wendy's problem with her is.
They had a teaser at the end of the episode. I don't know if it's coming out next week or if it's later this season. But they really kind of come to blows.
I am Zen Wen, so do not try to comfort me, because what I do have and what I will always have is time. So tick-tock, Mia.
Clearly, she's unhappy at home. So
No, sweetie, you're unhappy at home. That's why you need your fixed.
Cut to credits. We'll follow up on that later. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
I'm looking forward to all the mess. And I want this whole Karen and Giselle thing to, like, it's either we're going to, like, nip it in the bud and move on, or we're just gonna be like, never talk again.
No, it's a whole thing. It's a whole season narrative, baby.
Ugh.
All season long.
I'm in for the ride, sure. I have nothing better to do. But that's it for this week's episode, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share if you care about this channel and my growth. Also, go over to my Patreon for more exclusive content. Bye. Hey beautiful humans, you've made it this far in this video, why not subscribe to my Patreon? You can sign up for exclusive content I don't post on YouTube, or support me making content for this channel. Speaking of, why don't you watch another video?